Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Shakedown of Rally de Portugal, the first gravel event of the season, with plenty of fans, spectators heading in to watch the drivers make their way through the shakedown stage this morning. We have an epic weekend of action lined up for you, but we kick off with the first one of Shakedown Live. I'm Bex Williams, ready to chat you through it. Julian Porter alongside me, and these are our championship leaders in the WRC after 3 rounds. Kalle Rovanperä and Jonne Halttunen. After an epic start to the season for them, 2 wins under their belt. Of course, the last one in Croatia, and before that in Sweden. What can they do out there this weekend, Julian? Their first on the road is going to be a tough challenge, but he proved on the final stage of Rally Croatia that challenge is a word that he likes.
I think he's got brand new gloves, because you see all the suede coming off when he's clapping his hands in the camera.
There's a fuzz of haze.
I think they're brand new gloves, but yeah, I mean, you would think, as they blasted the stage, you would think that this is going to be a tough weekend, first on the road, a gravel event. But then these two at the moment never cease to amaze us, so I'm not giving a prediction, to be honest.
Honestly, if you were with us for Rally Croatia and you were watching that final power stage, I think everyone's jaw dropped with the insane commitment from Kalle Rovanperä. Jari Mäkiläinen, the team boss at Toyota, said it was his best ever performance in the World Rally Championship. Well, who knows, he could go on to even better that year. You just don't know with this pairing. Rally Portugal then, first gravel round, Julian. It's the first time we've seen these cars, the hybrid cars now, on a gravel surface. It's been a little bit rainy at the start of the week, but forecast pretty dry for the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's the car itself is the same. Obviously, yes, different suspension, but the car itself is the same. I think the biggest thing that they might have to potentially manage on Saturday afternoon could be tyre wear. With that extra hybrid boost and their flat outness of every corner.
Flat outness, I like that.
Yeah, when you talk to them about, is there any strategy? Yeah, just go as fast as I can. You know what I mean? Everyone tries to make out there's like this big strategy game going on with the hybrid. Once they're in the stage mode, that's it. We're off, we're away.
Absolutely.
So tyre wear potentially on a second pass, and so Saturday afternoon stages are particularly demanding. No service tomorrow either, only a tyre zone, so they're going to have to look after their cars on the morning loop. It's got a big lead, haven't they, in the championship, looking at it over there.
76 points here over Neuville's 47.
It's 29 points. Unless they have a disaster here and Neuville wins everything, they will still head to Sardinia first on the road as well.
I think, and that's crucial, isn't it, for this pairing right now. They don't have to completely exhaust things and go for a win here. They don't need to do that because their lead is, as you mentioned, it's quite comfortable.
Yeah, they don't have to take big gambles.
And that's quite a good place to be in. Rally de Portugal then, an iconic event on the championship calendar. Even more special this year as the WRC celebrates its 50th season and celebrates it here in Portugal.
Oh, we were quite wide there. Or it looked to be wide. No, it was a wide road, but it just looked to be wider.
So many people out and about. Look at the crowds up on the banking already. That's just a taste of things to come this weekend. And that's our first crew then through the first run of Shakedown. A time of 2:59.
You got a smile on his face, though. You can just see it
from
behind
that slide, I would think.
I mean, I might be wrong. We'll only know when we see other cars, but he did just seem to kind of like be drifting further and further wider. But
well, he has been doing a lot of drifting recently, hasn't he?
Yes, yeah. He was good at that. I have to say, that was precise driving.
Good morning, Kalle. Yeah, a big smile on your face coming to the stop line there. Enjoyed your first pass through Shakedown.
Yeah, it was not too bad. Definitely with the hard tires, it's interesting on the first pass condition, but yeah, all good. We just had a big slide on the tarmac here, and yeah, all good.
Yeah,
and it finished
referencing
fourth.
that slide.
Joo, kaikki ihan jees.
Ben Constanduris interviewing for us at the end of Shakedown this morning. As Rovanperä mentioned, he's on the hard compound Pirelli tyre. The majority of drivers have gone with the hard out there today. Rovanperä did take one soft, Ogier's taken one soft. Sordo has only gone with 2 hard compound tyres and 4 soft.
So we were right, there was a big slide.
There was a big slide, absolutely. Thierry Neuville winner here back in 2018. He said at the end of Rally Croatia that himself, Kalle Rovanperä, would really struggle to get anywhere close to a podium here.
Neuville says this every weekend and then he just comes you know,
I think it was mainly in reference to having both Sebs back, Loeb and Ogier, and the first rally for Danny Sordo as well. Great road position. We know what Sordo can do on this kind of surface
the same
here.
Time. But for me, Neuville just like kind of, it doesn't seem to matter what's thrown at him.
Well, I think Croatia proved that, huh?
Yeah. Well, but there's been other occasions. It's like he's on a spring, like Zebedee. He gets knocked down, he just springs straight back up, and he kind of like. When I was a kid, you had weevils.
Weevils wobble, but they don't fall down.
Exactly, this toy that never ever fell down. That's what Thierry Neuville's like.
Morning, Thierry. What are your expectations for this weekend here in Portugal with such a big field of WRC1 cars?
It's hard to say. I mean, first thing is getting a feeling about the car on the gravel now after some testing, and we have to look forward. It's going to be a challenging weekend for us. There's quite a lot of cleaning on the first day, but I mean, we're going to try to be on it all the time and see what's possible.
I'm sure they will be. Craig Breen, it's been a while since we've seen him compete here in Portugal. 2018 was the last time, and that was with Citroën.
Yeah, no, obviously we just talked about first on the road for Rovanperä, second on the road for Neuville. Breen running third on the road, which is, you know, when you're lacking that experience in an event, you could do with being further back on the road just to give you a little bit of a leg up, so to speak, with performance with that cleaner road.
Best result here in Portugal was 5th overall back in 2017 in a World Rally car.
This end of this stage is actually quite good practice for them, because there's numerous super specials this weekend, be it in towns.
Well, we kick start this evening.
Yeah, so
the first stage.
Actually doing this kind of just gets them. Okay, down on power. So, wow.
We'll hear from him in a moment with Ben. But the time for Craig, 3 minutes, 1.1 seconds. The return of Sébastien Loeb and Isabelle Galmiche. I love the way the car is just up on its haunches, straight off the line.
Craig, a little report at the end of the stage there that you're lacking a little bit of power in the Ford, but the time's okay. How did it feel out there? What's going on?
Yeah, not bad. Obviously, the boys are doing it year in, year out, that one, so... look, the car feels nice and a nice feeling, for sure. There's some things to improve, but not so bad.
Italian, please, as well.
So, Sébastien Loeb then and Isabelle Galmiche, I spoke to him just a couple of weeks ago for our WRC podcast, and he said he was hoping that he would be better position-wise than fourth on the road after missing 2 events. They won obviously in Monty, but he was hoping he'd be a little bit further down the field than this.
What's amazing, right, though, is Loeb won Monty. Didn't take many points to the past stage. Ogier was second, took point. Ogier is 8th. He's 4 cars back. That few points, 2 or 3 points difference after
makes
Monty.
such a difference.
And it just shows how up and down other people's drives have been this season to put the 4 cars between them. not wearing his glasses today.
No, he isn't. We talked about his glasses, and he said he does need them on the longer stages. He said they help. He said, you know, it was a massive help, but they were quite a last-minute decision before Rally Monte Carlo, and he said he wanted to change the style of them. He wasn't happy with the look of the glasses.
Oh my word. I tell you what.
3:03.8 is the time through there. He tested 2 weeks ago with the team in preparation.
When he sees that time, he might think he wants his glasses back on. If he's going off like on Monty, winning stages with his glasses on, right, I need to put them back on.
Ott Tänak and Martin Järveoja. Winners here in Portugal back in 2019.
A lot of stages.
That was the Kalle last night in preparation for this.
It's okay. Just trying to find a rhythm again. We did good brekkie. Not a lot of testing, but so we'll continue to work a little bit in the morning.
I think
busy shakedown then.
Yeah, busy shakedown. But when this really not a lot of testing. I'm honest. He didn't have a lot of testing from Monty, and he went and won. It's kind of like. But you see,
Nine-time World Rally Champion, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, just going back to the start, and you notice the cars, that the start line is on tarmac. A lot of Rally Portugal stages just start on tarmac. It's to protect the road and that kind of stuff. And it's not a bad thing, but 10 metres or so and you're straight into the gravel. There's some people needing a big result and some big points hauls, aren't there, this weekend? Your Tänaks, your Evans, people like that, you know, they need some big points. Quickest. Then we look down at the dash on the centre console.
So it's Tänak, Neuville, Rovanperä, Breen, Loeb through the stage. Ben will have a chat with Ott for us. 2:59.2 is the new fastest time on the board. As we switch to Taka and Aaron now. Good result for them here last year. They were 4th overall.
Fastest through the stage so far. What are your expectations for this weekend?
It's a long weekend, first time on gravel, so very difficult to really expect anything. So we just need to go and see how it starts to go.
A journey into discovery into journey or discovery journey or whatever. I can't speak of it.
We'll get Julian a cup of tea shortly.
Yeah, discovery into the unknown.
Journey into the unknown.
I'll come back in.
A reminder there on your screen that you can catch up with every single stage along with us this weekend. We promise we'll get Julian some coffee into his system soon. We kick off this evening with our first stage live in the beautiful town of Coimbra.
7 left, 70, 3 left, 30, brake, right over crest, gravel, and square left, minus, 20, slight left, 40, tight, 2 left, narrow, keep it, into,
the dulcet tones of Aaron Johnston.
Opens.
I'd be fascinated to see what Taka can do out there. As a reference back, you know, he was 4th overall for him here last year. He was building up, wasn't he, to that podium position that he eventually took in Kenya. His first ever WRC podium.
Well, he did say in most of Croatia, and then particularly on the end of Croatia, that he struggled a little bit with the confidence and the feeling. We will be back in Portugal. So let's hope that all goes well for them.
2:59.7 then is the time on the board. As we switch to Gus Greensmith, this is his favourite rally on the championship calendar.
There's some pitch on those cars, isn't there? They got less suspension.
It's like as if they are reining in a...
Yeah.
Well, it's the horsepower. They're reining in a horse. I love it.
Got a new crash helmet design.
Taka, you'll be happy to see that time up on the board, just a couple of tenths slower than Ott. a little bit of scratches on the front corner of the car? Have you had a little bit of contact with something?
I don't know. Not too much, but maybe some bunk or something. It's okay. Yeah, I didn't expect quite okay time because I was quite carefree, but everything there's okay.
And in Japanese, please.
So yeah, you mentioned on Gus's helmet this weekend, there's a new design, bright yellow helmet. He's a huge animal lover, especially dogs, and it's a Dogs Trust helmet that he's wearing this weekend.
I haven't seen it actually, apart from like his social media posts, but it looks quite cool.
First rally.
Whoa, I tell you what, we're having a nightmare this morning, aren't we?
I'm getting it from you. First gravel rally of the season then, everyone. Who is your 1, 2, 3? That's what we want to know. Hashtag WRC Live. Let us know what you think the 1, 2, 3 is going to be for our first event on a gravel surface.
Gus is delining or something is changing on the crash helmet as well. He's got the Portuguese flag. I remember in Croatia, we noticed the Croatian flag was in there.
I've got no fucking hybrid.
Okay, apologies for his language there. He's a little bit, tell you what, 1.2 down. If what he said was the whole stage, woohoo! We're in for some run this weekend with Gus Greensmith.
3 minutes, 0.4 of a second for Gus. 7 drivers are through the stage, and we welcome back Sébastien Ogier, Benjamin Velas alongside. Last saw them in action, of course, at Rally Monte Carlo.
It's actually a good time considering you're reporting a lack of hybrid.
Yeah, I didn't have any hybrid, so I'm not sure why. All the settings are right, but no hybrid. Yeah, car feels okay.
Have a good one.
Looking at Benji there, they've got no intercom.
Yeah.
Hand signals from Benji here.
This is cool.
This is cool for us to watch, not so cool for Seb, and Benji's having a bit of a interesting time of it. I mean, okay, if you're going to have this kind of issue, have it on a shakedown test and a short stage. And Seb knows this. Amazed at the amount of people that are out to watch this morning. Ogier has a good position on the road going into this weekend.
He does have a very good position on the road, as you say, doesn't he? 8th, but Elfyn Evans is one behind him as well, but only 1.4 down. But yeah, it seems to be like an intercom issue there by the looks of it. A lot of hand signals going on. Obviously only the second rally for this pairing as well, so got to get to know that even the hand signals you got to understand.
Elfyn Evans and Scott Martin off the line for us. And let's hear from Seb with Ben.
Good morning, Seb. Fantastic to have you back with us. 1.4 down, so not bad. A few intercom issues?
I have no sound at all yet.
Yeah. How's the car feeling on gravel?
Yeah, it feels okay. I mean, first run, I guess, a little bit disturbing to start without notes. But yeah, we have to start to get the feeling again. Obviously, it's a bit slippery in the morning now with hard tires, but let's try to build slowly on.
And in French, please.
5 left plus.
Yeah, build slowly up throughout the weekend. As I mentioned before, we do kickstart the rally this evening. Just a reminder for you, stage 1, it's underway tonight.
Right on the 70, late-ish, 5 left sharp, maybe don't. Open, 4 right, 50. Right of a big jump onto tar into 3 left, opens go out 40.
When you go
late-ish, 5 left, barrier.
One him when you look at him.
Into
it looks like kind of he is just literally carrying the car along. But even from the, depending on where the camera angle is, just looks busy.
It always does look busy. Another driver, as you mentioned earlier, Julian, who needs a good weekend, needs a good points haul here.
Opens wide, 40, 3 right wall, 40 goes straight.
Of our championship contenders, he is has in theory the better road position, 0.6 quicker than anybody else. He'll want to be doing that every stage. That's what he'll want.
Andrew Parry on Twitter going for an Elfyn Evans win. Sébastien Ogier in second and Seb Loeb in third.
Oh, Elfyn Evans would take that right now because they're pushing all these championship contenders down the order.
Malta from Poland going for a Loeb victory here. Elfyn Evans in second and Tänak in third. Let's hear from Elfyn.
Elfyn, you go fastest through the stage so far. You must come here with good confidence considering your road position.
Yeah, of course, it's always a help, you know, so obviously we need to try and make the most of that. So yeah, obviously quite slippery now, first run still, but okay, we'll see what it's like on the run.
On the vote on WRC.com, as there always is, for who will be the winner of this event, it is Sébastien Loeb who is the outright favourite for the win.
Wow.
Followed by Elfyn Evans. Take a look at that on WRC.com. Pierre-Louis Loubet, now we saw him return to action in Croatia. Getting to grips with a new car, a new team. Back with a familiar co-driver alongside him, though, in Vincent.
Yeah, and I remember just that he's had success in WRC 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because that was the 2 pro year. In WRC 2 here, it's an event he does like, so. But yeah, whole new. I know everybody's learning their cars on gravel this weekend because it's the first gravel rally, but he's still learning the car as well as learning the car on a new surface for him.
Elfyn Evans then with the fastest time through on Shakedown so far, 2:58.6. It's the countdown to Elfyn's time.
That'll do.
Loubet through then, and as I mentioned before, it's so great to see. You know, even just so many fans right at the end of the stage. They're everywhere throughout this stage. And it's always had a great history, hasn't it, at Rally Portugal? An amazing amount of support from the fans here. It's a very fitting tribute to the 50th season, which is celebrated here.
Pierre-Louis, welcome to Portugal in a WRC hybrid 500 horsepower car. How's it feeling on gravel?
It's feel good. The car is very nice, so we enjoy a lot. We will try to do step by step this weekend because it's a long time I didn't have a nice event. So yeah, we will try to do our best.
And in French,
Adrian Formeau, Alex Correa, the fifth Puma that we have here. That's a pretty big heads up to and well done to M-Sport running 5 cars. Bearing in mind that they've had a couple of bumps along the way, particularly with Formeau, so keeping those cars and continuing to up virtually every rally they go to an extra car. I think there's quite a lot of pressure on Formeau this weekend. He's not finished a rally yet this season, has he? I know that Sweden was a mechanical, but 2 offs as well, which he needs one of those really quiet, understated, under-the-radar rallies, which sees him in like a top 5 position. Let everyone else battle it out and have the dramas.
Yeah, he does definitely need a result on the board here. And he knows that more than anyone else. 11 cars so through Shakedown this morning, run 1 of Shakedown. It's going to be busy, I think, for a number of drivers. Loeb said that they would be testing out quite a few options this morning. The return of Dani Sordo for the 2022 season.
Adrian, great to see you. Welcome to Portugal. How are you feeling coming into this rally, considering your previous results?
It's really nice rally, honestly, on gravel. So it's nice to be back on gravel with the new generation also. So it will be really exciting for everybody to see where everybody is. And so yeah, I'm sure we'll enjoy. And it's nice to see all the spectators also.
Yeah, nice reference to the amount of people who are out there, and he's right. You know, it is the first time we are seeing these cars in gravel. It will be good to see how everyone is levelling up against each other on this surface.
Yeah, and Sordo's got the best road position of them all, and we know what he can do. We've seen him in Sardinia in the last few years, winning those rallies from a favourable road position and then basically maximising that. So can he maximise it? Just very, very limited seat time. I know we're only on round 4, but everyone else has done, apart from Loeb and Ogier, but most of the people have done all rallies.
Well, let's be honest, Loeb has done enough this year, even outside of the WRC, when you're talking about seat time. He's been in practically everything.
He has. I mean, Ogier's been busy as well, but for Sordo, are we expecting too much from him, like with the road position he's got? I'm not sure. You know, everyone's like, he's got the best road position. Yeah, he has. And poof, there we go. He's fastest. So
let's rewind that conversation.
Predictions. I nearly said that no one had Sordo on the predictions, but I'm thinking maybe they're thinking it's a big ask, you know?
258.3 then for Dani Sordo.
Sordo's really got to make it pay tomorrow, though. Tomorrow is the day. If he's going to win this rally, he wins it tomorrow. And then he's got to hang on Saturday and Sunday. That's what he's got to do. Andreas Mikkelsen, Torstein Eriksson.
Fastest through so far, Danny. That's not bad considering your first time in this car. How are you feeling in these new generation machines?
Yeah, I feel good. The car obviously is working very well. I'm very happy with the setup, with the balance. A little bit slippery in some places. I don't want to push a lot with these tires, but yeah, some places I am a little bit like so used to use it and to understand the hybrid system a little bit. But anyway, at the moment everything is good so far. It's a Takamoto, so let's see.
It's a very good point. You know, he's still got everyone else has kind of got to grips with the hybrid car now, but this is the first time for him with it.
It's what we were saying just before, isn't it? There's a lot to learn. And
we switch now to WRC2 to Andreas Mikkelsen, Torstein Eriksson.
Yeah, they've a very strong start to the season, haven't they, this pairing?
Very strong. But then you kind of would expect nothing less, I think, from Andreas Mikkelsen.
No. I mean, it's... Yeah, you wouldn't expect anything less. Let's see. When I say we've got a big entry. WRC2 seems to have a massive entry wherever we go. So we'll see what they can do.
Still a bit of a smile there from Torstein and Andreas.
A little bit of a chat.
Teemu Suunanen and Mikko Markkila, good to see Suunanen back.
Yes.
With us, a massive field of WRC2 cars, 41 in total. Who are you looking at as the men that are going to push you this weekend?
I think will be an interesting fight with the Hyundai boys. Timo and Oliver, I'm sure they're also having an internal battle. But, you know, we come in here with a lot of confidence, 2 good results in Monte Carlo, Sweden. And looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be quite rough. Have to be clever, but we want to fight at the top, of course, but try to find a good balance.
Yeah, they've been incredible so far this season. 2 wins under their belt. Can they make it 3 in a row?
I mean, yeah, the list is endless of potential opponents in WRC2.
Love this tyre shot.
Yeah, it's nice. But yes, Suninen, Gryazin, Solberg, just to name like 3 or 4 that's in that big battle that I'm sure we will see this weekend.
Teemu Suninen back behind the wheel after time actually commentating on the sport when he hasn't been behind the wheel. Seeing a different side of things. But back where he belongs right now this weekend. Let's take a look at the time on the board.
I think he's quicker than Mickelson there.
He is 3:05.1. Mickelson was a 3:05.8. 7/10 up. Up close and personal with the front of the Hyundai. Let's hear from Teemu.
Teemu, you go fastest so far, faster than Andreas. How was the Hyundai feeling in Rally 2 spec?
Yeah, its feeling is good. Just on the weekend I jumped into the car and it felt easy to drive, so let's see where the performance will be and how good feeling I will get in the rally.
How did you finish, please?
Ihan hyvällä tuntuu, että auto oli helppo ajaa ja
Oliver Solberg and Elliot Edmondson switching out of WRC machinery and into Rally 2. I think the crucial thing for them, because they obviously seat sharing with Danny Sordo, crucial thing is to have the seat time, regardless of kind of what machine you're in this weekend, is to make sure you are keeping up to competition.
That's it, but also experience for like years to come. Oliver's obviously hoping he's going to be coming back to Portugal for many years. So,
yeah.
The recce, the seat time, as you say, that experience of rallies.
It was fantastic yesterday as part of the 50th celebrations to host a press conference with some of the WRC legends. Petter Solberg, 2003 champion, obviously Oliver's dad, chatting so well about him and the progress that he's making, but Petter also paying tribute to Kalle Rovanperä and what he's done so far and how amazing he has been. It's the new generation coming up, and it was fantastic to see that mix yesterday of our legends of the sport, amongst and watching this weekend, I'm sure, all these young drivers making their way through the fields.
It is a lot younger playground than what it was when those drivers were around. In the old days, you weren't even being looked at by a factory team until you were plus 30. You weren't really getting your first wins until 33s, 34s. Now you've got Rovanperä, already a 4-time winner at 21, So the whole dynamic of, but I think in general in the world, the whole dynamic has become younger. Everything seems to be a lot faster, happens a lot faster. It's like an instant world. We want internet and social media now. People everything is just developing so much quicker. Oliver not wearing his glasses either. I thought he always wore his glasses, but
He does lose them quite frequently, though.
He can't have lost them yet. Come on. No, he can't. Maybe he doesn't wear them all the time, but I've seen him most of the times. But you are right. He does lose them, I think, twice last year. Or was it the year before he lost them? The year before, in the European Rally Championship, he drove over them in Rome.
Not what you want to be doing. Big crowds out then for this shakedown test this morning. They will be there throughout the morning. I'm sure they'll be heading to watch the first stage or making their way into the countryside for the stages, which will play out tomorrow to the south of Porto. And that's Oliver Solberg through. And a time of 3:07.4 on the board.
Morning, Oliver. Into a WRC2 car this weekend. How is the adjustment from the 500 horsepower that you've been experiencing so far this season?
It's definitely quite different. I can feel it on this stage, especially on some corners with aero and stuff. You feel a bit of difference, but no, it's just nice to be doing the race. It's very important. I mean, for experience, it's good that I do it. So yeah, I just try to enjoy the weekend, and we'll see how it goes.
I think that's the big thing, isn't it, for all the drivers, all of them. They'll see how it goes. So, Danny Sordo then, quickest through on run 1 of Shakedown with a 2:58.3. Then it was Evans, Tänak, Neuville, Rovanperä, Loubet, Katsuta, Greensmith, Ogier, and Breen, the top 10 through Shakedown. And then just behind Sébastien, Loeb, Sunanen for Mo, Mikkelsen and Solberg. We're going to hand over from commentary now down into the service park and join Thierry and PK.
Thanks so much, guys, and good morning, rally fans, and welcome to the sunshine. Walking alongside me for Shakedown. Well, there is so much to talk about. I just don't even know where we start, but let's talk with all of those incredible fans out there already, PK.
Yeah, Portugal's renowned for being one of the most supported rallies of the season. You know, historically, don't forget, this is one of the founding rallies of our sport in this anniversary year, so it's great to see they're out there in numbers again.
Yeah, and they're going to be there all weekend. Well, PK, talking about the anniversary, we're celebrating our 50th season here. So the likes of Michelle Mouton, Ari Vatanen, they were all here last night. Carlos Sainz as well. Michelle Mouton, the only woman to have won here as well. So an incredible feat to have her here last night.
Yeah, and just what a lineup that was. It's good. What's lovely as well is we've got, what have we got now? 3 former champions actually competing in the events as well, to see the resumption of Seb versus Seb, along with our ongoing battle with Kalle Rovanperä, seeing if he can continue this incredible start to the season. I mean, there's just, as you say, so much going on this weekend, and it's the first gravel event for the new era of hybrid cars. So.
Exactly, the first gravel event. How are the drivers going to fare with these new Rally1 hybrid cars? The Sebs are back. They're going to be battling it out. Sébastien Ogier, as we heard the commentators talking about, Sébastien Ogier has an incredible road position. Likelihood if nothing goes wrong, he's got it in the bag. And then you see Danny Sordo going through Shakedown at a flying speed.
Yeah, you keep forgetting about Danny Sordo. Lovely to have Danny back as well. And of course, yeah, Ogier, a 5-time winner here, you know, level with Marco Allen. So that's another sort of benchmark he's trying to beat this weekend. And yeah, I mean, look at the road position Seb Ogier's got. I mean, we can speculate as much as we want. It's such as 12 World Rally cars here. We've got 5 Fords. It's an incredible lineup, so let's see.
And there's that as well. There's 5 M Sport cars. This weekend is going to be incredible. There is so many factors to make this one of the most amazing rallies of the season. And it's been named the best rally 5 times before. So there's so much to expect from this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of the classic rallies of our year. I mean, the first time we're out on gravel on these cars, we've got the famous Fafe event. That's going to be incredible, isn't it, on Sunday? We've already seen, as you said, spectators in numbers just in Shakedown. So, yeah, it's going to be fascinating from the get-go. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Well, are you ready for this? We've got a super special stage tonight as well. So the drivers' standings as they are at the moment as we head into round 4 after round 3. Kalle Rovanperä sits out in front, but he'll be out on the road first, 76 points. Thierry Neuville, 47. Craig Breen with 30. Then we see Seb Loeb, first time back since Monty, and he is with 27 points in 4th. Ott Tänak in 5th. Taka in 6th. Gus Greensmith 7th. Ogier in 8th. And they follow down into 10th. Right, let's have a look at the Manufacturers' Championship standings. 126 points sees Toyota out in front. Hyundai 84, M Sport with 80, and then Toyota again with their 4th position. Okay, well, what is happening this weekend? You know, there's 21 stages. It's over 300 kilometers of action. But what are the times? Well, we start tonight at around about 6 o'clock. The super special to follow in Coimbra. And then off we go with 4 days of rally action. Stages 2 to 9, 8 o'clock till 2:30 on Friday, 5:45 in the morning till 8 o'clock. It is a whopping day on Saturday. Stages 10 to 16. Sunday is 5:45 to 1:45. Stages 17 to 21, and then it'll all be decided. We'll be back in the studio talking about who has won Rally Portugal. My goodness me, the next 4 days are going to be incredible. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll see you very shortly.